that's real. Tell me how you really feel. Now that you hearing the thrill. I was all on my own. Now we're looking made it home. Wow, this is the.
Oh, what a sweet day. Well, evening. What's going on, everybody? Just a little bit out of the norm. We're doing our podcast tonight. I'm actually flying a little solo tonight. Best wishes to Robbie. A little under the weather, so he won't be on today. But best wishes, my brother. The show must go on. Welcome, guys. Welcome. I wanted to definitely go on, and we said we'd kind of be a little sporadic some days with our show. Um, been trying to kind of everything going on. Happy Mother's Day to everybody, all our mothers who watch, all our fan base, and all your fan base's mothers. Again, happy Mother's Day to them. But yeah, guys, we're going to kind of jump right into it. This is a great night to talk about as we're leading up into it. It's one of my personal favorites. It's talking about, yes, the man, the myth, the legend, Obi-Wan Kenobi. I'm a huge Star Wars fan. So I definitely love the fact that we get to get to see the story. I was talking to a couple people about it on the back end of it, and this is a story you don't really get to see, or you never really get to hear about it. So I definitely want to definitely think really hard about like what does this mean as a fan base. I definitely enjoyed seeing the trailers that they've so far dropped. Gotten goosebumps already on a couple of the scenes. So just real quick, when I jump into the thoughts of the trailer. Thoughts of the trailer was amazing. Sucks you right in. It keeps you. The teaser was really good. One thing I've noticed about the teaser is that it jumps and gives you a little bit more insight about what's going on with um like that aftermath of Order 66, which we all know is how the Jedi die, and um the temple gets destroyed, and the leading up into Palpatine going into Order. So definitely see this rise to power, and now you're gonna see the back end of it, because if you ever started watching Star Wars, like anybody grew up in the 90s, you see the old movies, originals, you started off 4, 5, 6, where they kind of just, Luke Skywalker, who's this kid growing up in the desert, in a deserted island with his uncle and aunt. And, if you never really read the books, you're just kind of like, okay, this is just your protagonist. This is what's going on. Um, and then they introduced the character of Obi-Wan, which is at the time just called Ben Kenobi. Um, Great actor right there. So watching, that movie, you get to see just kind of like the aftermath, I guess, of what's going on. So seeing this movie, or so just show, I think is definitely better as a show than it would have been a movie, because you get to do so much more, like they've done with the other Star Wars shows. Sorry, Mandalorian, and even Boba Fett, the Book of Boba Fett. So you get to incorporate a lot more and add a lot of characters and a lot of character development into it. So um, definitely like it as a show. I think the trailer really bit into the fact that uh, you want it, something you've been wanting. So you get to see Obi-Wan kind of still being Obi-Wan, but no, he has to hide, and kind of in Tatooine, where his original Padawan's from, where he saved his original Padawan, Anakin. So definitely uh, big to kind of give some of what's been going on in regards to to the show. And like I said, I'm just really hyped up over it. It's late, so I can't get loud. I really want to get loud. Trust me, I want to yell. Um, but immediately while watching the trailer, you get to see uh, the Inquisitors, and that's really it got me excited watching the Inquisitors. I don't think I've really heard much of what they were going to talk about the Inquisitors. So when they popped up, you see the Grand Inquisitor in the original, and then now they showed. I believe it's supposed to be big sister. If anyone wants to confirm that in the comments, please go ahead and drop it in there. Um, but I was excited watching it, and I think this is going to be real big. I know they've talked about, um, Kristen Hayden's reprising his role as Darth Vader, which I was really excited to hear and bring him back. I thought they gave him a bad rap for no reason. I think he did a great job for a role that no one has ever done before, and they want to act out on his acting. But you know what? This was what you needed in that respect, because he was a troubled kid and troubled mind, very angry and um, trying to be a Jedi, but he wants to use it for other reasons, and it's good. You see that battle. I think he played it very well. But to see it now with Darth Vader, I know I was watching the trailer the other day. I've seen it like probably 50 times. And when I was watching the trailer, they go and say, um, "Oh, you can't run from him," and then you just do the immediately just immediately lost it. I was like, yes. Um, so I was really excited to see them mention that and mention the fact that they're going to bring in the Grand Inquisitors and the other Inquisitors, which is big. My only hope for them, and I hope they do this right, is that they give a lot more insight and show when Darth Vader beats the ever loving shit out of some of them, because he doesn't train them like a Jedi would train a Jedi. Work with them, teach them the swordsmanship. He like beats the living hell out of it. If you ever really read the books, and I always watch a lot of the videos and read some of the books online when I can, and um, some of the books on there, man, he beats the bricks off them. Um, so I hope they really show that part of it, where he was just so angry, and he was tasked to teach these young Sith lords that were former Jedi. Um, so it's like his anger towards them, he literally takes it out on them. So definitely want to see, how I'm hoping that they bring that in. Um, Also with that, I also hope they bring in the some of the other Inquisitors to talk, kind of build up that story, because you see them if you play the games, if you watch some of the movies, it's a little different. I definitely enjoy watching some of how they kind of jump into it and show the Inquisitors, but I want to see more, and I want to see a little bit more of that breakdown with them, and where they get to uh, really bring in that character. And I was kind of looking up before the show, before I jumped on. I wanted to kind of get a little bit more names on here. So obviously Hayden Christensen's um, playing the role. You have Ewan McGregor, my all-time favorite and bit of a crush. Yes, I said it. Um, as Obi-Wan, but then some other characters like Owen Lars being reprised by Joel Edgerton, who played it in um, episode 3 and 2 as well. He's the half brother or step brother. Um, they also have Beirut Lars, who they also showed her in the initial movie of 2 and 3. So this is definitely like really big. And O'Shea Jackson Jr. I love to see that he jumped in on it. He spoke out about how much he loves Star Wars. So it's cool to see him in there. Um, so I can't wait. Um, ah, Third Sister is what it was. I was just looking it up and I caught it. Third Sister is who's going to be on here, played by Moses Ingram. It's pretty big. This is definitely big roles, and I hope that they build up on it. And I'm hoping that this gets at least, I would hope 4 seasons, 4 solid seasons, maybe a final fifth season to kind of bleed it into the movies, and you get that like easy transition. Um, I know Ewan McGregor said he was down to do the entire show, so definitely will have to continue seeing that go through. Um, and then thinking about the some of the cameos that they could bring in, um, and obviously season 1 is just basically just kind of introducing the show, kind of picking up from where Order 66 ended. a couple years down the line, and then him just pretty much playing keep away from Darth Vader for most of the show. So I definitely want to see him playing most of that. But then some of the cameos you could definitely bring in is a younger Boba Fett. Uh, just as like shortly after Order 66, he's just a full fledged bounty hunter at this point. So you can kind of see some of that. Some of the other characters that they've mentioned and showed in Mandalorian, bounty hunter wise, um, from Mandalorian and in Book of Boba Fett, they can definitely bring them in. Um, and Yoda. I can definitely see them bringing in Yoda, and I can definitely see them bringing in um, Qui Gon. If they bring in Qui Gon, I'm probably gonna scream. 99% sure it'll happen. I may have to change my underwear a couple times because I've been dying to see him as the Force Ghost. I know they're going to mention his training and how he becomes the Force Ghost and how he will lead Luke throughout all of this. Um, so that's why I can't wait to see what they're gonna do with it. I know Liam Neeson has talked about coming back, and there's a huge request he's asking for. I didn't get to read the full article about what's going on, but I know he's told Disney pretty much like, hey, if we're gonna do this, I want to do it like this way. Um, so that's one of my suggestions and who I kind of expect to come in. For how long I don't know, but I definitely think if they give him maybe overall 10 episodes, 4 in season 2, and like maybe another 4 in season 3, and then you can do another 2 season 4, or maybe 1 and 4, 1 in season 5. Like you try to do it right, leading into what's going on because they really never, they don't talk about him in any of the original movies. So we don't know if he just becomes part of the Force and just maybe becomes another Jedi later on. But I would love to see that. Liam Neeson's another great actor who, I guess as a kid I didn't really realize that he was them, and then as I got older, I'm like, oh yeah, that's Liam Neeson, like guy from Taken. I don't know why it took me so long to freaking figure that out. It was probably like because I was like 8 or 9 when the movie came out, but definitely wanted to see him more so now than ever to see him reprise that role. Because he was good. He was just really good. I wish they would have given him more. Just a side note, a great idea they could do with Star Wars shows is kind of go further back and show like some of the original Sith or some of the original Jedi take over. I would love to see that. That's just kind of like a little segue. Because I've been watching a lot of videos lately, and they keep talking about some of the original Sith Lords and the Rule of Two and all this other stuff. And I think the Rule of Two will play a huge, huge role in what's going to happen in Obi-Wan as well. I think we're going to see a lot of that. I know we're definitely, with this shot here alone, I know they're going to show him meeting up with Lars and kind of hanging out with some of them. You may get to catch a memory here and there. I wouldn't be surprised. Wouldn't be, because he told Disney he wants to be back in Samuel Jackson. I don't know what y'all think, but I'd love to see a gritty Mace Windu with a ripped up face from the Thunderbolt, missing hand, maybe a mechanical hand to kind of emphasize like Anakin. I could see that. I definitely could see that. And it would be part of Darth Vader's hunt for Jedi. You can definitely use that there because he does, in some of the books, he does chase Jedi. He was told not to do it, but he starts doing it anyways because Palpatine knows he really wants to do it because his lust of killing a Jedi and just kind of getting his revenge, seeing how he lost to Kenobi, kind of like builds up that feel. And I also hope that they show, and I know they kind of show in one of the trailers, like him getting pieced on before they do the plate and all that. I know that I would love, again, it's just my personal opinion, to see them run up the a little bit more in depth also Anakin and show what Anakin's really going through in his body. Missing all but his head. Like he literally, all he has is just his head and his burned up torso that they just pieced together with machines. and they punish him, and Palpatine punishes him by putting him in those heavy, old, clunky machinery, which had they given him at least a decent armor, I think Darth Vader could easily just run the galaxy with not even breaking a sweat. I know, and I was watching not documentary, but I was watching a video, and they were talking about how if Darth Vader actually had the armor he should have gotten, the upgraded armor, it would be a different battle. So definitely want to see maybe just them talk about it. Even Palpatine kind of, like if you show Palpatine every so often kind of mentioning that he's being punished, that would be cool to see. Because overall, Anakin is pretty much just saying this in his head because he wants to kill him so much. So just spitballing thoughts here. Just maybe writing a script. Disney want to sign me on, I'm all about it. It's gonna be a short night, guys. Just me today. Nothing crazy, but I did want to kind of mention is it's rated F. Abso-freaking-lutely. I love this movie so much. I can't wait to see what this show will do. It'll probably be like a movie to me. I'll probably give it a couple episodes and jump right into it. Who knows? I may just start watching it. I've never been a one to kind of watch it while it comes out because I hate to be left in the cliffhanger, but I may just kind of start watching it with the flow. But tell me your guys' thoughts. I think it's rated F. I want to hear more of you guys. You should get Robbie back hopefully next week. Can't wait to see him back here. And like always, guys, come on, let us know in the comments. Go on our Instagram page, Twitter page. Let us know what you guys want to talk about. I'd love to hear more feedback, more ideas. I know Robbie would as well. Kind of gives us a little bit more stuff for you guys to talk about. Give us the content. We will give it right back. Please, guys, like, subscribe, and ring that little bell there so you get the updates whenever we go live. You can just follow up with us. Till next time, guys. Love you guys. Miss you guys. And can't wait for the next one.
Wow, this is the thrill. Welcome to the thrill. Giving you something that's real. Tell me how you really feel. Now that you're hearing the thrill. I was all on my own. Now